The Food and Wine Classic in Aspen is the culinary event of the year with so much to eat, sip, and see. And this year is extra special because it's celebrating its 30th anniversary. Luckily, we're in the presence of those who definitely know how to celebrate. Welcome to the Food and Wine Classic in picturesque Aspen, Colorado. I'm Jackie Tranquita here, celebrating 30 years of this exciting culinary event for 3 delicious days.
I am so excited to be in Aspen for Food Wine Magazine's 30th Classic. I've been coming for 19 years, and this event has never been better. What started out as a few people sharing some great wine turned into 5,000 people sharing some great food and great wine. In the years in between, the star chefs were born. The chefs who come and do demos, Mario Batali, Emeril Lagasse, Marcus Samuelsson, Tom Colicchio, Gail Simmons. The talent here is so tremendous.
Food and Wine obviously feels very at home in Aspen. We've been hosting the Food and Wine Classic here for 30 years. It's big.
30th anniversary, how many of these have you been to?
Wow, I want to say at least 15 years. It's great to be back for the 30th. A stellar lineup of talent that's here.
There's always an over-the-top event. There's always killer wine. There's serious vintage stuff. People pulling corks on champagne from before I was born.
I've never been able to cook and then like look up and see some of the most beautiful setting I've ever seen in my life. It's amazing.
Every year that I come, it's like an amazing gathering of food, great people, great wine, and some great after parties.
We love this event so much. We love Aspen, we love the people. And this year we have more of the great stuff. Everybody's really upped the ante, and that's why it's so incredible now.
It is a class reunion of sorts. I mean, these kinds of big weekend events always feel like that.
It's not even like work, although we're working, but it's like it's family, it's friends, you get together, it's amazing.
Cheers, Cheers to Aspen Food and Wine.
Aspen Food and Wine.
The Classic are my greatest 3 consecutive days of the calendar year. The Food and Wine Magazine Classic in Aspen is summer camp for foodies, every kind of foodie. It doesn't stop.
The Classic draws an amazing list of chefs, experts, and foodies to this tiny mountain town. Everyone who is anyone in the culinary world is here, and they all come together in the grand tasting tent. Think of it like the best smorgasbord you've ever had. With hundreds of exhibitors serving up wine and food from all over the world, the tents can get a little overwhelming. So I got Drew Nieperon, owner of Nobu and Tribeca Grill, among others, to give us an ultimate insider's tour of the tents. We have the mountains all around us, and right next to me, restaurateur maybe of the century, Drew
Oh
Nieperon.
my goodness.
And you're a man who knows food, clearly. 35 restaurants in a lot less years than that.
Yes.
And you're going to take me around the tent.
I want to show you the really cool spots in the tasting tent here. And actually, you know, this year is the 30th anniversary, so it's like, it's big.
It is big. My stomach, unfortunately, is not so big. That's why I need someone like you to tell me how to pick and choose.
Okay.
You want to do it all, but you just
There is a strategery that you need to use.
Strategery. Our expert taster shared his #1 tip.
Take your time and make a decision. Eat or drink. Don't try to do both.
Our first stop was the Best New Chef stand, where Food and Wine's top picks of the year dole out the goods.
The most important thing is the 10 best chefs. That's the reason I come, so congratulations.
Thank you.
And what are you making?
This is called the Cocoa, we call it our Cocoa Piggy Taco.
Thank you.
Coconut braised pork belly.
Here it is, lots of. That was delicious, and Bobby Flay will like the fact you crunchified it.
Wines from Spain had a huge presence in the tents this year, but remember Drew's tip, food or wine, not both. Luckily, Spain can do a pretty good meatball.
Okay, you have the albondigas right here, right? Here it is. You're gonna like this.
Albondiga meat.
Good one, right? All right, thank you. Muchas gracias and thank you. You're on Candid Camera. This is tofu? Goose pork. Pork cheek. Okay, very nice. Delicious.
And what's better than ending with dessert? How about dessert that's filled with tequila?
And always in the tent, the best way to depart is to have something sweet.
Something sweet.
And so these guys, Patron is doing a beautiful job with everything this year, but these are incredible. You're first, Jack.
Thanks, darling.
Enjoy.
To your health, to your health.
Thank you so much for the tour and the chocolate. Stay with us for more Plum All Access celebrating 30 years of the Food and Wine Classic in Aspen. One of my favorite things about the Food and Wine Classic in Aspen is not only being able to taste some of the world's best, but to taste the future of culinary delights. So let's meet the next generation of big-name chefs. It's one of the longest lines in the tents right now, but well worth the wait. It's the Best New Chef station, and I cannot wait to try.
Every year we identify the top talent in America, the people who we think are going to go on to be the stars and change the face of food today.
What is it like to get the honor of Best New Chef?
It was pretty surreal, definitely unexpected. Every chef dreams to be on the cover of that magazine.
It's amazing having people come in and say, you know, oh, congratulations, I saw you on the cover.
It's an amazing family to be a part of.
Food and Wine saying they like what we're doing and they see promise in our future. It's a really great honor.
We're a Best New Chef. We have some Best New Chefs cooking for us over in the other tent.
98.
We don't need to mention.
You know what that makes me now? Well, Best Old Chef.
Well worth the wait. Thank you, Chef.
Enjoy.
Short ribs and beef tongue. I'd wait online for this.
Just sauteed corn with lime, manchego, and lots of chilies.
Perfect for summer.
The corn is wonderful. It's delicious.
It's a short rib that's crusted in ash made out of burned kale. And then there's pickled ramps and a ramp fishy swirl. So it'll be kind of smoky, a little bit charred.
This is braised pork belly with a little neck clam vinaigrette and a tarbay bean puree.
Braised pork belly, so good, cooked to perfection. It's no wonder why they're named Best New Chefs. Any Best New Chefs you're excited to see?
All of them. And I feel very fortunate to be here, and the Best New Chefs always come up with something wonderful.
The chefs are just like the rest of us. Andrew Zimmern hopping in front of the Best New Chefs line.
So terrible.
Enjoy the
so
pork belly.
Bad. I'm a rule breaker. What can I say?
Plus, supporting talented young chefs. I mean, these guys are unbelievable.
I've never really done a big event like this. It's exciting just to see all these familiar faces that you see on TV and all these like respected chefs around the world.
Aspen is a destination place for chefs, especially this event. You dream about coming here one day and to come and represent yourself, it's really great.
There's a big crowd and they're all watching you, but it's fun. It's what I love to do, and if people enjoy what I make, it makes me really happy.
Any advice for the youngins?
Enjoy it. When I won Food and Wine in '98, it changed my life forever. And it'll change theirs too.
Being named Best New Chef is a huge honor, and it also means you could be chosen to create a dish for one of Aspen's most innovative restaurants, Chef's Club. So let's check it out. Everyone's trying to get a table at Chef's Club during the Classic, but I got in before they opened to snag some time in the kitchen. I'm here at Chef's Club at the St. Regis Resort in Aspen, and it's an innovative dining concept where Food and Wine's annually honored Best New Chefs curate a seasonally inspired menu. And with me is Chef George Mendez of New York City's Aldia. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Chef's Club is such an amazing concept. Tell us a little bit about what it is exactly.
It's brilliant. It was put together by Food and Wine magazine in St. Regis, and what they've done is assembled a group of former Best New Chefs or present Best New Chefs, and we put together a unique menu of 4 of our dishes. And we stay on board for 6 months, and then the cycle changes and a group of another 4 chefs come back in. So it's really fresh and invigorating to have a restaurant that every 6 months basically changes.
All right, so what are you contributing to the ever-changing menu here?
Well, right now on the menu here at Chef's Club is a sea urchin toast, straight out of the Aldea menu that really represents my style.
All right, well, I'm excited to try. You want to head back to the kitchen?
Absolutely, let's do it. So we have some baguette here that's been sliced very, very thinly and then toasted in the oven with some olive oil until golden brown. We take the cauliflower puree. We've got some pickled mustard seeds, a little bit of crunch. And we got this beautiful fresh wasabi root. So then we have our West Coast sea urchin. And we just place a few tongues on here. So here's the sea urchin toast, have a bite.
Sea urchin toast, just like Mom made it, right?
Look at that, goodness. You know, put your other hand underneath it. There you go.
For best new chef, Alex Seidel, was also in the kitchen, adding his signature touch to the Chef's Club's prestigious menu.
So I opened Fruition Restaurant 5 years ago, just over 5 years ago, and it's a small little neighborhood restaurant. We prepare sophisticated comfort food, so food that's approachable and accessible with the highest quality ingredients. Well, a few years ago I purchased a farm, and we got into some of that production ourselves. Today we're going to try Colorado lamb, since we are here in Colorado. We do raise lamb and sheep at the farm. So it's one of the ingredients that I really like that Colorado produces, that we're really well known for, and so we'll give that a whirl for you. We're going to take our gnocchi with confit tomato, artichoke, a little bit of fresh sheep's milk ricotta, again from Fruition Farms, a little bit of our lamb, a little bit of lamb jus, and finish with the pine nut gremolata. So here we have the Colorado lamb with the Fruition Farms ricotta gnocchi. Yeah.
Is this from your farm?
That is.
Wow.
The lamb is not.
I was gonna
the
say,
cheese
how'd you get
is.
here? Looks amazing. This is the dish you want to be eating when you're sitting by the fire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Chef.
of course.
Absolutely delicious, and I'm so thankful to be at this restaurant and getting to try such an array of foods, including yours.
All right.
Up next on Plum's All Access, we're hitting the town to check out one of Aspen's local gems. Welcome back to Plum All Access. I'm Jackie Tranquita here at the Food and Wine Classic in Aspen, and I cannot believe how many amazing chefs you see strolling around this lovely mountain town, wining, dining. But we're gonna step away from the tents for just a sec to check out the Aspen Saturday Market, and Boston-based chef Jamie Bissonnette is gonna show us around. I'm here with Chef Jamie Bissonnette, a former Best New Chef. Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Now we are here on a beautiful Saturday at the Aspen Fresh Market in the mountains. Could not be better.
The air is clean. There's a lot of cool stuff going on.
I know, and you're going to show us the market through a chef's eyes.
Absolutely.
Let's get to it. It always intimidates me because I hate to buy too much fresh stuff and it goes bad. I get the same 3 things every time, so I'm so happy you're here to teach me.
It's just like an open-air grocery store. All the produce here is Colorado grown. That's the one rule, which I think is pretty awesome.
I asked Jamie for a lesson on buying from the fresh market.
What grows together goes together for when we're writing menu items and cooking at home. You know, these beautiful heirloom tomatoes are in season right now. And then cucumbers and beets, you know, beautiful baby artichokes, some peaches, peas. This would be just a raw vegetable smorgasbord.
I love how you can make a whole meal of the market. Everything here is so beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Pickling cucumbers, little Vidalia onions. Like that color, to me, just makes me want to do something with eggs because it reminds me of like a perfect farm egg yolk. That was good.
First try every time.
That was good.
Jamie's known for his nose-to-tail cooking, so he was really looking forward to the carnivorous side of the market.
Whenever I look at these, I always look for like the offal, the things I know don't sell as much, like the hearts and the tongues, tails and bones. I don't want to see them go to waste.
You're all about the nose-to-tail, yeah?
Yeah.
Round 2. It's all goat's milk cheese? Thank you. You're welcome. There's some great cheese right there.
It's always important that your cheeses are warm. Cold is the enemy of flavor.
One for you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
They're so delicious. Perfect amount of sweetness.
And a little bit tart, so you could use these in a savory salad with the tomatoes. I mean, that's the beauty of this time of year.
What do you envision using these for?
These are going to be my lunch.
All right, so what's still in your head after walking around?
Obviously some bread and pastries and pie for dessert.
Yeah.
And there's a massage place. This makes this probably the absolute best farmer's market I've ever been to.
That's where we need to end our tour. Thank you so much, Chef. I really appreciate it. And what a glorious day.
Beautiful.
To get a tour of this outdoor supermarket, as you call it.
Exactly. Just remember, what grows together goes together. That's
all right.
The tip of the day.
Best tip I learned this weekend. Up next, they may technically be working when they're at the Food and Wine Classic, but these chefs know how to have fun. Thanks for joining us for Plum All Access. There are so many renowned chefs in town for something tasty at every turn, but the Classic isn't only famous for its food. After hours, it's all about the party. There are dozens of soirees every night, and Aspen's bars, clubs, and street corners are packed with foodies. Plum's on the guest list for every shindig in town, so we hit as many as we could, and we brought you as our +1.
It starts building up around, the first week of June. People are really starting to amp up for it. Then you see the tents go up, and you kind of get that feeling like the circus is coming to town. There's after-hours parties that roll into pre-parties. You're realizing that it's a marathon, not a sprint, and you try and just persevere, get through it.
And persevere we did. We hit up one party after another, starting with the opening night red carpet.
To lure all the chefs in, give them, margaritas and mountains.
It's craziness in this tent.
It's nuts. Yeah, I'm losing my voice a little bit.
It's big. It's a big, big night. There's just about a party at every turn, but if you love wine, this is the one to be at, says the man himself, Ray Isle.
Yes, this is the Magnum Party, our kickoff and who's who of the wine world. The key thing to this party, you cannot come unless you bring a Magnum or larger of wine.
There goes the 5-liter. You're so good at this. Cheers to the Magnum Party.
Cheers to the Magnum Party.
A few glasses of wine later, and we're hitting the town and looking for more famous faces, but with so many parties to choose from, where to head next?
Am I a foodie? Obviously I am.
I know. How about the CeeLo Taiku party?
That's right. I'm a party animal. Ow!
Another night, another party.
Aspen is an amazing experience during the Classic. It's totally wild, totally fun. It's a lot of fun. It's like Vegas, except a lot more finesse with a healthy dose of alcohol.
And the icing on the cake? The last bite dessert party.
We've got a long night of dessert eating, so pace yourself.
Yeah, well, pacing is something I'm learning very slowly. This is my first Classic, so I need to learn from you.
Rule number 1.
Drink water and pace yourself.
Water and pace yourself.
One more stop before bedtime, the Wines from Spain party.
I'm so happy. I mean, this is the 20th anniversary of Wines from Spain in Aspen Food and Wine. Yeah. And this year is the 30th anniversary of Food and Wine in Aspen.
Years.
Unbelievable.
We are in this wonderful property called the Tuscan Estate, and this is a party that Wines from Spain has been producing with Jose Andres now for as many years as Jose Andres has been coming to the Classic.
What thing doesn't change is the wine, the cheese, the friend, the weather, the hospitality, beautiful woman.
Beautiful women and their cake. Coming up next, we have the finale of the evening and my favorite meal of the day, dessert. So stay tuned to satisfy that sweet tooth. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jackie Trankita here in Aspen, celebrating 30 years of the Food and Wine Classic, and we've saved the best for last. It is time for dessert. And who better to serve up the sweets than Gail Simmons and Johnny Iuzzini. Not only did we have a blast at the Last Bite dessert party, we also took the opportunity to learn from the masters. You're throwing the late night dessert bash, the late bites. First one.
This is the first time ever that Food and Wine has done a last bite late night dessert party. I have to say, I'm pretty happy they did. They know that I have a sweet tooth. My co-host Johnny Iuzzini, one of the best pastry chefs in America, also has a sweet tooth. So we kind of came together, thought what would be the most fun, and we kind of went a little crazy.
With Gail and Johnny at the helm, I knew not to expect the ordinary, and I learned that not all desserts have to be sugary sweet.
In the center, we have everything from cupcakes to donuts. We have a beautiful cheese platter over here because sometimes a bite of something salty really does the trick.
I did desserts that are incorporating a lot of vegetables. Like every dessert has a vegetable. So one of them is like almost like a salad. It's a strawberry salad with jicama that has been flavored with tarragon, ricotta salata, arugula. So it's kind of like a savory salad but with strawberries.
Amongst all this dessert greatness, Gail and Johnny shared their tasty tips to make the last course so much more than just chocolate chip cookies.
I think that desserts are best when they're a little interactive. Make your own sundae bars, make your own cupcake stations. It sounds like things we did when we were little, but for me, desserts are so nostalgic.
So tell me, is there one ingredient you can't live without?
I would say probably chocolate and salt.
You would not be the first one to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I use salt in almost everything I do, and you wouldn't know it was salty, but if I took it out, you would know it didn't have salt.
Thank you for adding your own little sweetness to the party. You're always so good to us.
Well, dessert is my favorite part of the meal, so I'm happy to provide it for you.
I've had such a deliciously delightful time here. The town, the food, the views, it is a must-do culinary destination. Thanks for joining Plum TV's All Access Pass at the Food and Wine Classic. I'm Jackie Tranquita, and I'll see you next year.